I know it's been a very, very, very long time since I talked about the series, and I had plans to talk about this series this year. I went to my friend. This is how I found out. I went on my Facebook, and my friend made this post, and I'm like, "What? This can't be right." So, of course, I went to Google. I typed in Kentaro Miura, and it led me to this. I think it was a French website, and I translated it, and it still didn't register to me. And I'm like, "There's no way." So I went to Twitter, and sure enough, the news I wanted, the news that I wanted to be a lie, and so many other people's wanted it to be a lie, end up being true. Kentaro Miura passed away May 6th this year at the age of 54, man. I, I am going to fucking even deny it, man. It hurts. I was in tears. Literally, if you would have, I did another video on my Instagram talking about it, man. I'm still a wreck, man. I'm wearing right now. You can't see me right now. I'm wearing my Berserk T-shirt, and I pre-ordered the Casca Prime One statue, man. I already have two Berserk figures, but this was going to be my first Prime. I wanted that to be my first Prime One statue, man. And to hear this news, man, my favorite mangaka is dead. I know that most people joke around about him playing Idol Master and stuff like that just to be funny. And I know most people talked about how the series wouldn't finish because the creator passed away, and I don't think they actually meant that. I really don't think that. But now he's gone. One of the greatest mangaka of all time is gone, and I really don't know how to feel about that. I met I met some good friends. I met Alex Alaprise. We were both fans of the series, and I love talking to him about this mess, man. And I know he did videos on the future Berserk, man. And god damn, man, I know he didn't see this news yet, and I had to send it. It was one of the worst things. I had to send it to him. The news of this. I didn't. That's something you don't want to send to a friend when he wakes up and looks at that shit. To know that one of your favorites is gone. But yeah, man, I understand why they waited this long to be respectful for the family. I get it, man. I don't even give. I don't. Of course, I care about the story, man. But my favorite. No, if I would have met a mangaka, it would have been him, man. He was the reason why I wanted to get better at my artwork and my story, man. Because of this man who went out his way to work on another series, so his assistants would get used to his style, so he could pump out more chapters, man. He knew people were waiting for a long time, man. This is a guy who cares about his fans. This is a guy who pumped out two Berserk chapters back in the 90s. This guy was a beast. This guy is a straight up legend, man. And I think someone told me that he was an assistant to Hajime no Ippo's artist, man. And I can't imagine how he would feel right now. That was his assistant, man. If that, He's gone, and everyone who's been on this channel knows how much I love Berserk. Whether I do predictions or reviews or so on, I know it's been a while since I talked about the series. I know I was working on the animation project. I wanted to know, I wanted to do more research and stuff like that before I pumped it out. It's it hurts, man. It fucking hurts, dude. To know that your idol was gone. It's like what happened with Kobe Bryant, man. You just didn't expect it. I still think this is a dream, like a fucking nightmare. And I know a lot of fans are in pain. I know a lot of his friends and family are in pain. His editor department is awesome, man. For them to work around his schedule and for him to get freedom. You rarely see that with anybody. You really do. And we joke about the hiatuses, and to me, the hiatuses never bothered me. For a few reasons. One, I know that he's taking his time to work on the story and the artwork, and two, it gave me more time to read other manga while I wait patiently just to read one of his great chapters, man. And I love every single chapter, man. Even if it didn't have that much dialogue, you knew he was leaving something there. I'm not sure if I talked about this on here, but let me tell you how I got into Berserk. So, back in 2003, after I graduated from high school, a friend of mine, he told me about the series. Let me rephrase that. I played the video game on a Dreamcast. I still got it on my memory card. And I still didn't get it. I thought it was a good game, but I didn't really get it. And then he let me borrow the box set anime set. That was in tapes, not DVD. No, it was DVDs. I'm sorry. I'm fucking up right now. Or maybe it was. See, that's how fucked up I am right now, man. I can't remember if it was in tapes or DVDs. Either way, my friend James came halfway through. We watched it together. And I was pissed because it had that great built up for it to end like that. And I yelled at my friend saying, "You told me this was good," and he told me there was a manga series, and I couldn't. I couldn't really find where the manga series was. Then one day at Walden Books, if most of y'all know what that is, it was a bookstore that sold manga and comics and stuff like that back in the day. They had it there, and my first job was Suncoast, and with my first I can't fucking speak. My first paycheck, man. I bought the first volume, and I was like, holy shit, this wasn't in the anime, and I got more hooked for each volume I bought, man. And not just only that, man. I know a lot of people give to 2016, 2017 anime a lot of shit, man, but I felt like they cared. I felt like they at least tried, man. I mean, they took on an impossible task. Even he was on the project, and I can't imagine how they feel. I can't imagine how the people that did the movies in the 1990 series feel. I met you people who follow me already. I met the voice actor of Guts, the Japanese voice actor of Guts, back in 2018. And even though I forgot to press the record for him saying Griffith, man, it's still in my head in the way how he looked when he said it. But yeah, I'm glad my friend got me into this series, man, because I could have really missed out. I know a lot of people are thinking, what happens now? Well, of course, what happens now? Do they continue it? Do they stop it? Right now, I'm not even thinking about it, man. I'm just devastated that my favorite mangaka is gone. and I will never get a chance to meet him and thank him for creating these wonderful characters. The storytelling is beautiful. The artwork was always turned up by 11, man. And even though Berserk has some dark times, you follow the characters through hell just to see that light at the end of the tunnel, and it was worth it. And this is why I'm showing you my favorite panel. If Even though Casca couldn't see Guts, I was happy that she was able to speak to him and even say his name without her being traumatized. And I still, I, I'm not, I don't, I, I'm happy that we got Casca in this type of state. And even though, even though we may never get an ending, this is the ending for me. I'll leave it as this: that Casca's walking up to Guts behind a tree after going through a traumatic nightmare. And I believe that she would have overcome it. I still believe that. I still believe that Berserk could have had a really beautiful ending. Even though a lot of people feel like it was a dark series, man, I still believe that. Without question. I believe they were both going to defeat Griffith and that they were going to survive somehow. I just know it. But this man has been working since as manga since he was a kid. This was his passion. This was his life. And if you go back and you look back at his past work, man, you can see he incorporated into Berserk. I shit you not, man. I shit you not. I guarantee you, go back and look at his past work, man. You'll see a lot of those panels in those past previous works that he's done into Berserk, man. And not only that, he was the master of recycling. This is what I mean. When you see a drawing over and over again, but he can incorporate it like a fucking beast. And usually when we see pictures of him, he seems to be doing really great, man. Look young. Very young. Look like he's in his 30s. I researched how he passed away, man, but the moment I saw that, man, I started bawling. I don't give a fuck what anyone says, man. I started bawling out. I know a lot of y'all are hurting if you listen to this. I'm hurting too. To Kentaro Miura's family and friends, I'm sorry you guys lost someone that was truly wonderful. That was an inspiration to all of us, man. Creating, hands down, the greatest main character of all time. He fought his way through hell just to get the woman that he loves to a safe place. This is the ending for Berserk for me, man. This wonderful panel I'm showing y'all. I know most people don't really talk that much, man. Let me know what your favorite chapter, characters, fight. Favorite thing about Berserk or his past previous works, man. My favorite chapter of all time will always be He Who Hunts Dragons in Volume 10. No, wait, Volume... Man, I'm so fucked up right now. Volume 12. Favorite character in the Gold Age besides Guts and Casca? Judo, man. Judo's the man. Each time I saw that kid, I called him Judo. Just to give him a tribute. After that, Superco. One of the best big brothers in the series. Doesn't really get that much love, but he should. Favorite fight, of course, Guts versus Wild. First time Guts ever defeated Apostle, went all out, man. With that years training, man, just showed that he's a straight beast. Favorite main character of all time, of course, is Guts. Man, went through hell. Easily, Guts and Casca had one of the most beautiful moments in Berserk, man. Back in the Golden Age. Let me know what impact Kentaro Miura made on you, man.